You know, it's not that I love collaborating with people, and what I'm about to say is going to sound incredibly egocentric. I don't know. I just have to be honest, though. So many times when I start collaborating with people, their initial input is just so, I don't know. I don't want to sound elitist, but it's like where I was thinking like 5 or 6 years ago, or cards like that. And it's just nice when another kind of grinder is able to kind of just give really good feedback like that. And just come out of deck without any perceived ego or, you know, this is mine or anything like that. Just like what works better. And so we've had a really nice open dialogue with it, and I've been able to really kind of, I think, improve the deck quite a bit. Anyway, so I'll go over some of those things. We run 3 logics, all 4 gushes. If you think this is too many, just watch the last few videos, please. 3 Augur Bolus, 2 Impulse. I did run 4 of these in testing. But 2 just feels just right. And I mean, this card, we got to discuss this. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand, does not say reveal, and the rest on the bottom of your library. You can, and you know what, more often than not, what I find with this is a plains. But obviously, it's the glue. It holds everything else together. It's like, oh, I need that one thing. Oh, I need that one land. Oh, I need the tribe. And with everything else drawing cards, it's nuts. This is a nice kill card. Don't overlook it for the if you have multiples against like any sort of walls and stuff like that. It's always very fun to use that against. Obviously, the tribe are diligent and tough to kill dude. Good Taxian Probe. 2 Brainstorm. 3 Dispels. The question mark in the deck, Giga Drowse. There's times this wins against Tron. You just tap them out, and against counter decks and Dimir. Been very tempted to go to 1 and keep 1 Daze in. I'm not quite sure. 4 Ponders, 3 Preordains, and 4 Shadow Rifts. We run 3 Plains. I believe 10 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. 3 Wilds and 2 Barrens. So let me catch up on the check here. I might have to build this deck in paper, says Kenwaku. Combo's my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm really liking it because it's like, I don't usually like to play blue just out of, you know, being stubborn and because I know it's a very popular color, but I do like the rogue element of this and also the aggressive nature of it. And I've always liked you know, this kind of those elf ball and snowball sort of decks and stuff like that. So yeah, in our sideboard for the Dimir package is why we run. We got 2 Stormbound Geist, which is actually mostly for Delver, not Delver Red, just Delver. And the Beckon Apparitions are really good against Chainer's Edicts twofold. I mean, they try to get it out there really quick. You've got something to do with your floating white mana. You zap it, and normally, and sometimes in mid to late game, you're able to kill another one of their Chainer's Edicts with flashbacks and avoid the other one with the Beckon. And so, and you know, just bringing creatures here. But yeah, we got 3 Piracy Charms, 2 Stormbound Guys, 4 Hydroblast, 2 Missionaries, 2 Standard Bearers, and 2 Beckon Apparitions. So I'm going to go stretch my legs, guys. I'm going to roll to a new commercial here. I'm sure you've all seen it probably if you're a fan of late night TV, and I'll be right back after this with round 3.
Those were simpler times, I think. I just feel like we may be going back to that, by the way. But in a way, good, because when I read things like the foundations of capitalism are shattering, I'm like, maybe we need that. Maybe we need some time where we're walking around with a donkey with pots clanging on the sides.
You think that would just bring us back to reality?
Yeah, because everything is amazing right now, and nobody's happy. Like, in my lifetime, the changes in the world have been incredible. When I was a kid, we had a rotary phone. We had a phone that you had to stand next to, and you had to dial it.
Yes.
You realize how primitive? You're making sparks in a phone, and you actually would hate people with zeros in their numbers because it was more like, oh, this guy's got 2 zeros. Screw that guy. Why do I want to? Yeah. And then if they called and you weren't home, the phone would just ring lonely by itself. And then if you wanted money, you had to go in the bank for when it was open for like 3 hours. You had to stand in line, write yourself a check like an idiot. And then when you ran out of money, you just go, well, I can't do any more things now.
Right.
I can't do any more things.
That's it, yeah.
That was it. And even if you had a credit card, the guy would go, ugh, and he'd bring out this whole shunk, and he'd write, oh, you'd have to call the president to see if you have any money. And
it's all true, kids. You had to call the president, yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
Do you feel that we now in the 21st century, we take technology for granted.
Well, yeah, because now we live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots that don't care, because this is what people are like now. They got their phone, and they're like, it won't. Give it a second. It's going to space. Can you give it a second to get back from space? Is the speed of light too slow for you? Yeah. I was on an airplane, and there was internet, high-speed internet on the airplane. That's the newest thing that I know exists. And I'm sitting on the plane, and they go, open up your laptop, you can go on the internet. And it's fast, and I'm watching YouTube clips. I'm in an airplane. And then it breaks down. And they apologize, the internet's not working. The guy next to me goes, this is bull. Like, how quickly the world owes him something he knew existed only 10 seconds ago.
Right.
And on planes, flying is the worst one, because people come back from flights and they tell you their story. And it's like a horror story. They act like their flight was like a cattle car in the 40s in Germany. That's how bad they make it sound.
Right.
They're like, it was the worst day of my life. First of all, we didn't board for 20 minutes. Right. And then we get on the plane, and they made us sit there on the runway for 40 minutes. We had to sit there. Oh, really? What happened next? Did you fly through the air incredibly like a bird? Did you partake in the miracle of human flight, you non-contributing zero, that you got to fly? You're flying! It's amazing. Everybody on every plane should just constantly be going, oh my God! Wow!
Yes!
You're flying. You're sitting in a chair in the sky.
Yes. Yeah, he's right. Now, Louis.
But it doesn't go back a lot. and it's not really. You know, here's the thing. People, like, they say there's delays on flights.
Yeah.
Delays, really? New York to California in 5 hours. That used to take 30 years to do that, and a bunch of you would die on the way there and have a baby. You'd be a whole different group of people by the time you got there. Now you watch a movie and you take a dump and you're home.
Yeah. Well, nicer way to say it than that, but yeah.
No.
The magic of Yavamaya. Now in your kitchen. Mutani spaghetti. The only noodles whose power and tastiness are equal only to their legendary ingredients. Our pasta is made from only the finest weather sea, imported from Dominaria straight to your dinner table. Enjoy Mutani spaghetti. Combine it with our signature cheeses and finish it off with a glass of sweet Rashidan. Mutani's, the magic of Yavamaya in every bite.
Available at Moros's Market. A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's Coffee. The rarest beans, fire roasted, a one drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's Coffee, the angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
And we're back. Hopefully you're all fans of Louis C.K. I always thought that was one of the best things on Conan I ever saw. I'm always talking a little fight about that. Like, it's never lost on me, this whole, I'm just sitting here talking in a room by myself and reaching, literally thousands of people even after the fact, and just that you can even see something that resembles my visage or the message, or that my voice is coming through like it sounds. It's all bells and whistles and magic to me. I mean, I've understood. I'm a big fan of reading about science, and I don't even know how rain works. I know the theory. I've read how it works, but it's just like, there's water in the sky. How's it even doing that? Or don't even get me started on lightning. It's like, that's just magic. So, and that's the game we're playing here. Nice little segue. We'll keep this on the draw. We've got draw. Hey, Marco Vaggio, good to see you. Thank you for chiming in, sir. Did you just get here, or have you been hiding in the shadows? Demir style. All right. Actually, this hand could get ugly if... Oh, wait, no, this isn't Brainstorm. We can always shuffle. Ooh, let's see. We don't really have much draw after that, but we can at least double probe next turn if we have to. So I'm going to go the safe route. I won't shuffle. Because if he is on like Stompy, we don't really want to be paying for life, but we'll have a nice double draw with the probe. Yep, it's Stumpy. About the only card we got to worry about here, game 2, is Moment's Peace. You know, if they have the nuts and they come out swinging like this, this is a really good second turn. The little optimal draw there. Now we're wishing. Angels are pissing down on you. Nice. All right, so we're gonna see what the damage is gonna be like here. He's got Vines and a Hunger. Oops. And the Nettle. Must have just drawn the Nettle. I wonder why he wouldn't have played that first. That's why, because he just drew it. Okay. I'll go like this. I had a game just yesterday where the guy had Shen in a Life's Roar, and I was able to Shadow Rift it to save my dudes. That's good times. Uh-oh. Freezing up a little bit here. Yeah, not on a stream. Come on now. Let me give it a bit. Come on. Magic the Gathering. Somebody type in, just make sure it's not my internet. Type in anything, if you please. There we are. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of this now. Anybody out there? It's getting a little bit of hiccups on this end here. I'll pay this. See the same hand. Go from there. All right. We're going to take a wallop of damage here. You know, when the chat stops, I get a little nervous, especially when my end over here is hiccuping. So hopefully it's nothing too... Hopefully you're all with me still. And for yep. Anyone else having feed issues? Oh, good. I'm glad. Just refreshed, lagged out. Gosh darn it. You know, I hope this... Guys, just seems to be a regular thing with Twitch now. It's really frustrating. Maybe we can get him to waste of vines on this. I think we're dead here. We are taking a truck of damage. I don't know if it's even worth holding out for our vines. Let's see, that would be 6, 10, 12. I think we've got one turn of life left. I think we're gonna eat it on this one, guys. Not much saves you from that kind of a double tree river boa draw. It's like a ball lightning every turn. Pretty crazy. I hope this is on the river boa. Hey, it is. The problem here, though, is yeah, if that goes down, we've got... I mean, we can make it a 1-4, but he's got vines. So that'll be 8, 10, 14 to kill us. I'd rather just stick on the Dispel and be able to counter it. I mean, we're dead anyway here. F5 it. That's a Shiraz. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we're dead. There's not much. Well, let's see. No, because we know he has vines, so even... and I mean, Giga Drowse right now just buys you a turn. It doesn't do much else. Yeah. This one's over. First loss of the day to the Aggro King Stumpy. I know a little bit about that deck. Yeah, I just hope Twitch gets its act together. Like, if you follow on Facebook, I sent Twitch a thing saying, hey, check this out. What's the problem? They go, oh, check with YouTube. It's their problem. And I asked YouTube, and of course, like big government, they're like, oh, it's Twitch's issue. Talk to them. It's just like, you jerks. All right. Missionaries come in, so we like to trade with stuff. I'll lose 1 bolus, 2 probe. I'm going to Dispel's decent. There's one of those. One of these, bring in 2 standard bearers. And we're going to go like that. Double check. Giga Drowse is actually pretty good in this one.